I'm John Luck with this BTV Right Now update. Officials in Whitman say they have a person of interest regarding the BB gun vandalism that's affected Plymouth and Bristol counties throughout most of the summertime. Whitman Police Chief Scott Benson told the Brockton Enterprise that there is a person of interest, however there has yet to be an arrest. We told you on Wednesday about a pair of incidents in Rainham and West Bridgewater. Those are two of nearly 3 dozen cases of BB gun vandalism that has taken place around the Bridgewater area, including 14 cases alone in Whitman. If you have any information, you are asked to contact your local police department. As vacation season winds down, you may be thinking of some ideas for keeping the family entertained, and we've got one that's very close to home. It takes place this coming Wednesday, August 9th, when the musical group 4 in a Row will be in Music Alley for a special performance. This is a makeup from July 27th. The group will play cover songs and originals back from the 50s and 60s. A fun event to put in your calendar comes your way on September 24th. Bridgewater will be hosting a touch-a-truck in the Spring Street BSU parking lot. Kids will be able to see and go inside trucks from different professions, including the BTV truck. There will be food trucks and special guests at the event as well. Once again, the Touch a Truck takes place Sunday, September 24th from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. September 30th is going to be a day which features a 30-year tradition, and a tradition that is growing very quickly. Of course, we're talking about Autumn Fest and the Bridgewater Police 5K.
This is our 4th year sponsoring the Bridgewater Police 5K, which also was held the same day that the Bridgewater Business Association puts on Autumn Fest. And that is going on upwards of close to 30 years. Autumn Fest will run from 10 to 4 that day, and the 5K runs before that. And Bridgewater Savings is happy to be a sponsor of both events.
The nice tradition is that the 5K is going to roll right into Autumn Fest. And it's a great day for the community, and you're all involved with a lot of community efforts. And I think this day really is one of those days that really celebrates what Bridgewater is all about.
It really does. It's a great day for the whole community, starting with the race and ending with Autumn Fest celebration.
And so this is a kickoff, Rebecca, for a 4-year effort that has raised a lot of funds for a lot of good causes. It's kind of encouraged people to get out there and get active and really be a part of the town effort.
Yes, and this year, again, we are offering the Couch to 5K program, and that will start on Wednesday, July 5th at 7 p.m., and we start and end at the police station at 220 Pleasant Street. And it's really just a simple program of getting you up and moving. There's a lot of walking and intervals with jogging and building up to running. And by the end of it, it's a 9-week program. By the end of it, you should be able to run a 5K.
Again, the 5K takes place at 9 a.m. with the Kids 1 Mile Fun Run starting at 8:30 a.m. To register or for more information, visit bpd5k.com. And Autumn Fest takes place right after the 5K and the award ceremony. Today we are introducing a new segment on BTV as we partner up with Bridgewater Savings Bank. Banking, as we all know, has become easier than ever with access to your financial info as close as your favorite tablet. As technology advances, it's important to remember some basic old-school tips for keeping your accounts accurate and balanced. Jeff Fowler has more.
As we all lead busy lives, it's hard to pass up the convenience of online banking. For many of us, traditional checks have been replaced with debit cards, the most popular form of payment in the modern era. Customers at banks such as Bridgewater Savings can access their accounts online 24/7. They can transfer funds, check account balances, even make loan payments, but according to Senior Vice President Joe Mitchell, the single most important task may be a little more old-fashioned: balancing and reconciling accounts.
When you balance your account, what you're doing is seeing if the amount that you have matches up with the amount the bank thinks you have. When you reconcile your account, what you're trying to do is to make sure that the transactions that occur are exactly what you wanted them to be, and no unauthorized transactions or errors occur.
According to Bankrate, nearly 70% of Americans never balance their accounts, 10% rarely do, meaning 1 out of every 5 of us actually have an accurate look on what we truly have in our accounts. Mitchell gives us several reasons for balancing.
Many people are under the misconception that whatever the balance is in their account is what they have to spend. And most of the reason why that's a concern is due to timing. Technology has sped up the check clearing process, and usually a check will take a day to clear, whereas in the past many of us would remember it might take a few days. And therefore we would realize that the balance that we have available to spend may not be exactly what the account balance would be if you were to ask someone at the bank their balance. But errors still occur, and it's still on the responsibility of the account holder to reconcile and monitor their account. Transactions are not instantaneous. It also happens for debit cards and online banking payments. They don't necessarily come out of people's accounts right when that happens. Sometimes it's what they call overnight processing, and sometimes it's even a little further along than that. It's really a gamble to try to predict when transactions hit your account. And that's why taking the time once a month to balance your account, to reconcile, to make sure that transactions are authorized works out so well. A common example is when someone goes to pay for a meal at a restaurant. What happens is the funds, if you use a debit card, what happens is that the funds that you authorize for the cost of the meal doesn't really include the tip. And that amount of funds is frozen for a period of time until the transaction actually clears. And quite frankly, many people forget that the tip's not included with the amount that's frozen, and then when it gets taken out, they don't have the exact balance that they thought they had.
Along with saving you from embarrassment, balancing your account can also protect you from fraud.
These days, there's so many ways to take money from your account legitimately, whether you go to the ATM, whether you use your debit card, whether you use online bill pay, whether you use person-to-person payments, or even write the check. There are so many ways that someone with ill intent can attempt to compromise your account. So that's just another reason for you to stay on top of what transactions are occurring in your account, and periodically, we certainly suggest no less than monthly, that you would actually balance and therefore reconcile your account. The quicker a customer informs the bank of the errors that occur, the quicker we can freeze the account and stop further problems from occurring.
Reconciling your account can identify incorrect charges and merchant mistakes. Many banks also offer alert messages to help.
And most banks and credit unions have text and email alerts available to you through online banking. And these alerts let you know things such as when a check clears of a certain amount, what your balance is every day, or even things like when transactions are either suspected as fraudulent or they might be done out of state, for example. There's a number of different transactions, for example, on our bank's alert messaging on our online banking, probably about 45 or so that you can choose from to be kept informed about your accounts. So to wrap it up, I believe that managing and keeping track of your money is very important to everyone's financial well-being.
Strange weather, and we are in a warm and humid stretch where air conditioners have been a must-have. Taking care of your air conditioner may save you money while helping you stay cool. Consumer Reports has these tips. First of all, make sure your air conditioner is in an area not being directly hit by sunlight. While indoors, make sure the AC is not close to other electric objects. Using these tips will help the AC only cool the room and not the objects around the unit. Next, keep the air conditioner clean, especially the filter. If the filter is worn, then it's time to buy a new one. And finally, if you're not home, turn the AC up a little bit. Energy Star has these suggestions. When you're home, keep your AC around 78 degrees. And when you're not home, turn the thermostat up to keep your home cool, but it won't be running up the energy costs. And as we turn things over to Jeff Fowler now, from what you were saying on Wednesday, you were saying that the air conditioners might actually be able to take a break coming up next week, but by the time we hit the end of August, it might be time to get those air conditioners back out, Jeff.
Well, John, that's right. We may have a break for those ACs next week as some cool air makes its way in. However, as we talked about back on Wednesday, looking at more of the long range forecast, that warm air is going to come back here towards the East Coast by the time we get towards the end of the month. First things first, we have some thunderstorms making their way through the region on this Friday afternoon. Just as we had on Wednesday, a lot of those storms are off to our west, and today they will maintain that. However, you see a little spin here up towards the Great Lakes. That's a storm system that's going to be bringing a cold front through our region along with some colder air. Now tomorrow, that front will be moving through here. As we'll get on Futurecast, you can see, yes, there will be some thunderstorms. That they start to kind of fall apart here. This is Monday into Tuesday. A more organized storm system will make its way through, and yet by the end of next week, another one. So it is going to be a cooler, wetter pattern, I think, as we go into next week. For Saturday here in the Bridgewater area, the front will move through. There'll be storms near us. I think the heaviest of storms will be off to our north and west, but we could see a rumble of thunder and maybe some scattered rain here tomorrow afternoon, maybe a couple downpours. We'll keep an eye on that. Here's the map for Saturdays. Look at the map for Monday. Fast forward here, you can see another storm system approaching. That's going to be a more organized system. I think that's the best chance for the steadiest rainfall here, anytime from late Monday through lunchtime on Tuesday. So as I look at the extended forecast, again, for tomorrow, it'll start out kind of a cloudy, dreary, humid morning. There could be some peaks of sunshine, and again, as that happens and the front approaches, there's the possibility of maybe a thunderstorm or two around the area tomorrow afternoon. Probably a bit more organized than we had on Wednesday, but still not a guarantee. I'd say maybe about a 60% chance here for Bridgewater specifically. Sunday, it's an entirely different world. Sunshine, low humidity, highs in the low 80s. Monday will start out sunny, but I think we will have that storm system approaching here for Monday night. That could give us a round of some rain, even a thunderstorm or two. That'll clear out here Tuesday, and then we get some nice weather again by the middle of next week. Enjoy.
Thanks, Jeff. A quick reminder that with the nice weather, it's a good night to go take in a baseball game, and the Brockton Rocks are hosting the Martha's Vineyard Sharks tonight, August 4th, with the regular season finale of Friday Night Fireworks taking place right after the game. Tickets are available online at brocktonrocks.com, and with a win tonight, the Rocks would clinch the top spot in the FCBL regular season standings. Thank you for watching this BTV Right Now update. I'm John Luck.